I think Brighton Forward treats students differently to other colleges. I think a lot of the time other placements might look at individuals as not as capable as they are, whereas Brighton Forward likes to push its students and try to see them to their full potential.
G'day, I'm Debra Caldow. Welcome to the Red Giraffe Solutions Expanding Worlds podcast, where we aim to support you as you help your young person with additional needs plan for their future, a future where they're safe, secure, and live a rewarding and fulfilling life. From around the world, I share stories and I share solutions from people making this possible right now. I'm a parent of a young person with additional needs, so I understand the challenges. Many of the people I've interviewed on this podcast have already helped me design a better future for my daughter, and I hope that they might help you as well to imagine what's possible for your young person. This podcast is made possible by Red Giraffe Solutions, which is a project I'm proud to be part of, supporting families to build a better future for their children. We now have available at Red Giraffe Solutions an online course called Independent Cooking Made Easy. This is a new and unique approach we developed when we realised traditional cooking techniques and recipes were never going to enable our daughter to cook without some support or supervision. It's a safe, simple system that uses no more than 5 ingredients, has no weighing, cutting or chopping, and no lifting of heavy dishes. Each of the 16 recipes in the course includes a step-by-step video of our daughter making the meal, plus a visual recipe card. We developed this for our daughter to solve her challenges with cooking, and every recipe in the course she can and does genuinely cook for herself. You can find a link to the course in this episode's show notes. This week's episode is a bit different. In the last episode, I spoke with Lara Valloni from Brighton Forward about the work they do to support young people in thinking about what's next in their futures. In this week's episode, we get to hear from some of those young people. One of the things I've become really aware of since I started the podcast is the fact that many people with additional needs feel that they get left out of conversations about their lives and their futures. It's impossible not to agree with the nothing about me without me sentiment, which is why I try and stick in my lane, if you like, as a parent of a young person with additional needs. I certainly don't want to speak for my daughter. That not only shows a lack of respect for her, but it's also doing her a disservice, because one day I won't be around to speak for her. I'm saying this because usually at the beginning of each episode of the podcast, I add my own thoughts on the topic. But this week's episode is different, because I'm sharing what the young people think without adding my opinions, because I honestly feel that anything else would be patronising. You'll only hear me ask some questions along the way in our conversations. So we're starting off with Anna and Matthew. You'll also hear Anna in this first conversation, and she works at Brighton Forward. Next up, you'll hear from Matt and AJ, then from Kane and Stevie, and finally from Callum and Jack. So let's get on with hearing from them.
So Anna will be starting in September. Anna, maybe you could talk about why you wanted to go to Brighton Forward and what you're expecting to be able to do in September.
I think I'm going to really enjoy it in September. I'm going to really enjoy making lots of new friends and learning lots of different things. I want to do lots of life skill kind of things. Probably a little bit of travelling and probably some other things as well.
So how do you think Brighton Forward will be different than where you are now?
I think it's going to be much more fun because I have to sit at a desk all day. Sometimes my poor little body gets quite bored and I have to walk around sometimes.
My name is Matthew. I've been a student at Brighton Forward since 2022. I'm interested in trains and model railways and designing and working on stuff like painting models and building dioramas and sets related to model railways. And I just have many other interests like cooking and all that, and I just like to cook really good meals. Yeah, for myself and for the people around at Brighton Forward. So go out shopping to collect the ingredients for the meal that me and the team are going to cook.
Did you do cooking before you came here?
I did some experience in secondary school. I did some food tech and all of that, and I think I did a pretty good job, and I think I'm probably doing a better job right here as I'm growing up.
Is that because you've got more freedom to do more?
Yeah, probably it's because of my confidence has soared through the roof ever since I started at Brighton Forward. When I first came here at Brighton Forward to have a talk with Laura, with my parents, I was really worried at the time because it was around 2021 and I was just getting kind of worried about where I was going to be at the time, because I was going to move on from year 11 and onto a new college and everything. It was kind of a worrying time for me. Since I started here at Brighton Forward, I just feel like I can't believe that my confidence has been growing and independence and all that, and I think I've just been doing a better job at the things I do, like cooking and managing to talk to people about my feelings and all that. Yeah, I just feel really supported by the staff here as well as other students who are there for me.
I'm Matt, and I think I've been here probably a year.
What kind of things do you do here?
I do photography and some maths. I enjoy doing photography because I get to go out and take photos of the river at Shoreham. I like taking photos of views and atmosphere, and those are the type of photos that I take.
What other things do you do here?
I also help out some of the other students to buy some things when we run out of ingredients or need some more.
What would you like to do when you do work experience? What kind of things do you quite like the idea of doing?
I was thinking maybe I could be a janitor or something at a hotel, because I've been doing some cleaning. So I feel like if I went to go get a job, I feel like that could probably be good because I have some work experience with that, and I think that would probably be a suitable job for the experience that I've done.
I'm AJ.
Can you tell me what you like about being here?
Well, I would say it's peaceful and quiet.
When you are here, and you said it's peaceful and that, you're in classes with other people. How do you find that?
We are one big group, but we do split up into 2 or 3 teams each when there's a lot of people.
And you prefer to be split up?
Well, I would say all together, because it is to try and get us all into one, try to be as one, I would say. I would prefer that, even though that only happens if it's serious topics we need to do for our futures. Wednesdays we do elections.
What was the discussion on the election like?
Well, much about what it means and what it does. Well, as far as I know, it helps the community and around the country to make things better for the world, for the country to feel it better. But I do wish there was a rule of act that people have to, in order to make it clear enough that they have to do it and be part of it, because it's not just about themselves, it's more about everyone else and what they think, and the country needs it, because it's not just about thinking of it, it's more about what they think that should be better for them and the rest of the country.
My name's Ken. My main goals are mostly to get better functional life skills, like learning how to travel on my own, how to get better money management. Some of the other stuff I've been doing is mostly some IT work here and there, and just doing whatever lessons they say to do. I also have been doing some travel training with some of the staff here. I also do cooking here. We sometimes have to make a recipe, the same recipe for 1 day each week.
What were you doing before you came here?
Not much really. I have been to multiple schools over the course of my life, of course. And then afterwards, after all those, I went to another college before this one. And aside from that, I usually stay at home, help my mum and my dad. And now I've been going to the shop for them because it costs me enough to go out on my own. I'm working to get towards getting work experience, and I think next year, if all goes well, I've been thinking about maybe getting a simple job, like a cinema. Love movies, so I'm hoping to get a job.
What's your favourite thing about being here?
I suppose mostly it's about my skills, get about what I'm doing, and just talking to people. I guess just simply having a place I can calm down and have peace and quiet. My family's a hectic bunch. So yeah, most of the favourite is where I can sit down, be quiet, just have some much needed peace and quiet.
My name is Stevie. Where do I start?
How long have you been here?
Almost a full year now. But I did start a little bit later than the others because what happened was I probably shouldn't name, but my previous place of education kind of threw me out without letting me know. But basically I was thrown off by the whole thing, and it took me a while to figure out what to do, because first we had to fight to keep the EHCP open, and then we had to find a place where to go. And it's been alright since. I've realised I'm probably struggling in a few areas again that I'm a little rusty on, mainly when it comes to CVs and covering letters, but there's a few other things that I need to practice on again, but we're getting there. It's been nice. Nice to go somewhere with a lot of people again and interact. I feel like I might have isolated myself a little bit when I was thrown out of the other one.
So is that important as well, the sort of friendship and just having people to have a chat to?
Yeah, I think it is. It's important to have a social circle. I'm still in contact with a few mates from older places of education, but that number has been slowly dwindling as other people have their own lives and stuff to do and differing interests and all that.
What other things do you do here apart from sort of work experience stuff and the other skills?
We do develop, for a bunch of us, we're trying to develop social skills and obviously get better at interacting and making friends and all that.
My name is Callum, and I'm here with
Jack.
I've been here for about 2.5 years, roughly, so quite a while. I think that it's helped me gain a lot of life, to be honest. Before I came into Brighton Forward, I wasn't able to travel train. I wasn't able to go out on my own. I wasn't independent at all, and now I'm fully independent. I'm able to go where I want to, when I want to, and it's helped my parents become more confident with my abilities as an individual. And yeah, it's done a lot for me, I think.
Do you think that's because of the way Brighton Forward's set up and the way the support you get here that you've been able to feel more confident?
I think Brighton Forward treats students differently to other colleges. I think a lot of the time other placements might look at individuals as not as capable as they are, whereas Brighton Forward likes to push its students and try to see them to their full potential. It treats them with a lot of respect and a lot of dignity as well, and it'll always try and look at a student and personalise their curriculum towards them and try and see the full potential out of them. So, for example, work placements, voluntary work. Brighton Forward has contacts with multiple different companies, and it's able to offer voluntary work within them that's sort of catered towards them. I can speak for myself here. I'm a lot more confident as an individual coming into Brighton Forward than I was beforehand. Before I came into Brighton Forward, I had no clue what I wanted to do, and now coming to the end of that, I'm seeing a lot more of what I want to do. I would like to do an apprenticeship eventually within something to do with IT, because that's something that I absolutely love, and I just hope to potentially pursue a career within that.
What kind of things do you like about being here?
Good teachers, everything's relaxed, and good travel training. In the next year I'll be going into a work experience and all of that. Something to do with catering maybe, or working at a cafe, something like that.
You said it's more relaxed. What's more relaxed about being here?
All the teachers are like relaxed. It's not like get up, get going really fast sort of pace. I mean, if you just go to like a bigger college, there would be like 30 students in one class. Let's say you're struggling at finding certain ingredient that you need or anything really. The teacher can tell you what you need to do. But if there was 30 kids in one class, you would kind of have to figure that out for yourself. And you may get a little bit confused and you might be slower than the rest of the class when trying to think.
I hope you enjoyed the chance to listen to these young people. It says a lot about the Brighton Forward project, the way that these young people were able to share their views, their ideas and their plans for the future. One of the best things we can do is support our young people to voice their opinions, because it's their futures, not ours. And I think we all know how important being able to advocate for ourselves is. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope that the stories and solutions shared on here help you as you support your young person to create their future. If you know anyone who would find the ideas useful, please share the podcast with them. To support the podcast, please consider finding out more about the Independent Cooking Made Easy online course. It's a safe, simple system that works. There are links to the course in the show notes. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at Debra Caldow. I'd love to have a conversation with you on any of the topics we all care about. Bye for now.